Hello all. Today we learn about the Roman numerals from chapter number 2 in your textbook. I request you all open chapter number 2 in your textbook. The page number is 73 sorry. 73 page number, chapter number 2, Roman numerals. We know about the normal numbers, okay? We know about the normal numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and etc. We know about these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone know it. Okay, we can represent, we can add like 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. We know about the normal number. These numbers are called Hindu-Arabic numbers. So these 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these numbers are called Hindu-Arabic numbers. Okay. So these numbers are called Hindu-Arabic number. Today we learn the new number system, that is Roman numerals. We learn about the Roman numbers today. So what is Roman numbers? These are the numbers generated on you. These are numbers are gone birth from the Rome country. So these are originated from Rome country. So that's why this name is called as Roman numerals. So first of all, I request you all write this table 10 to 15 times or 10 to 20 times and remember these tables, because without this table you can't write the Roman numerals. So without this table you can't write the Roman numerals. So I request you all, please remember this table. These are all Roman numerals. So Roman numeral representation is I. First one is I. 1 means in Hindu Arabic number. See, I will explain you about table. First of all, I request you all, please remember this table. 10 to 15 times write in your notebook and remember this table. And next one is you should remember this also. You should remember this table also, like it is available in your textbook. Okay, it is available in your textbook. These tables are not given in your exam. They are not going to provide this table in your exam. You should remember this. At least you should remember. First of all, you should remember from 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10 is compulsory. You should be remember, and then you should remember what is the Roman number for the 10, number 10. What is the Roman representation for number 20? What is the Roman representation for number 30? What is the Roman representation for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100? If you know these things, then it will be very easy to write the Roman numerals. So I will explain about these tables. See, we know, right? In Hindu Arabic numbers, we know, right? This is the number 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500 and 1000. In Roman numeral, how we can represent first number 1? Number 1, how we can represent in the Roman numerals? We can represent it by the I. We can represent it by the, we can represent number 1 in the form of I. 1 means I in Roman numbers, and 5 means V in Roman numbers. 5 represent V in Roman numbers, and 10 means X. 10 means X. If you want to write 10 in Roman numbers, then you should write 10 and X. So 10 means X. 50 means L. 50 means L. Entire 50 mean in Roman numbers is L. 100 means C. 100 means C. 500 means D. 500 means D. 1000 means M. 1000 means M. Okay. I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Means 1 means I, 5 means B, 10 means X, 50 means L, 100 means C, 500 means D, 1000 means M. Okay. So this is about the basic concept or basic table of Roman numerals. These are all Hindu-Arabic numbers. These are all Roman numerals. Okay. Hindu-Arabic numeral, Roman numerals. So this is the basic table that you should remember. I request you all once again, please remember this table, because this table is very important. They are not going to provide this table in your exam. You should remember yourself and you should write the Roman numerals. Okay, so this is the basic table. Next, we are going to study what are all the different types of rules are there. What are all the different types of rules are there to write the Roman numerals. Okay. Okay. So basic rules to write the Roman numerals. Basic rules to write the Roman numerals. Basic rules. First we will see what are all the basic rules we are using to write the Roman numerals. Okay. First of all, I will write from Roman number 1 to 10 for your information. For if you want that, you can go in your textbook here. Here you can find the all table and you can find the Roman numerals. For that, if you remember that table and what I given here, then no need to remember this, no need to study this. You can also write the Roman numerals. Okay. First of all, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀವು ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ x ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10, x ಅಂದ್ರೆ 20, x ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ first rule is only the symbols I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times. Repetition of symbol means addition. Okay, see, only the symbol I, X, C, M. Only the symbol I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times. Okay. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಐ, ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಎಂ. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನ ನಾವು 3 ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಒಂದು ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಐ, ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಸಿ, ಎಂ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು 3 ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we can write the Roman numerals. Okay, repeated up to 3 times in order to write the Roman numbers. First we will take the I. Okay, I. So this represent 1. Okay, this represent 1. Then we will get another I. Okay, what does it mean? 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Understood? 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Understood, right? Then we will take the 1, 1, 1. I 3 times. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 3. Okay, so we can add only up to 3 times. More than 3 times we can't add. Okay, so this is about the first rule. Only symbol I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times, and repetition of numbers means addition. If item is repeating, if the numbers are repeating means it is a addition. Okay, understood? We will see the next number. We have taken I, right? Then we will say the X. What does mean X means what? X means 10. We'll add another X, which means 10 plus 10. You know, right? Repetition of number means addition. Repetition of number means addition. So that's why we are adding 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 equal to 20. 10 plus 10 equal to 20. Next, X, X, X means 10 plus 10 plus plus 10 equal to 30. 10 plus 10 plus 10 equal to 30. So this represents 30 number in Roman numbers. This is 20 in Roman numbers. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಐ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂ ಅನ್ನ ಓಕೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 3 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಮೂರು ಸಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. 3 ಸಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ. ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ 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 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10. 10 plus 10 equal to 20. X x x 10 plus 10 plus 10 equal to 30. So this is about the first rule. For example, C C 100 plus 100 equal to 200 equal to 200. Okay, understood, right? Then like as m equal to 1000 plus 1000 equal to 2000. So this is the first rule. What they are saying in first rule, only the number I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times, and the repetition of number is addition. So this is the first basic rule in order to write the Roman numerals. Okay, only the symbol I, X, C, M can be used. Okay, so this is the first basic rule. We'll move on the second basic rule. Second basic rule is a smaller numeral written to the right of a larger numeral is always added to the larger numeral. Okay, a smaller numeral written in the right of the larger numeral. So we will select one larger numeral here. So 5 is the larger numeral. Okay, 5. Okay, if a smaller numeral, one small number, if you can write in the right of the number, if you are writing any smaller number, right side of the larger number. So this is large number, which means what does it mean? B means 5, I means 1. So this is large number. This is large number. This is small number. A smaller number written right side of it. This is the right side. Okay, this is left side. So this is it. So this is it. If a smaller number written in the right side of the larger number means, if a smaller number, this is the large number, this is the small number. Here, if a smaller number, so this is the small number, right? So this is my right side. If a smaller number written on the right side of the large number, which means always it should be added by the large number. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯ ಬಲಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಎಡಭಾಗದ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಇದು ಬಲಭಾಗ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಲಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ದಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 5. V means, we know from the table, V means 5. Okay, 5. I means 1. I means 1. What they have given the rule, a smaller numeral written to the right of the larger number is always added to the larger number. ಆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. If a smaller number written on the right side means we should add that smaller number into larger number. So 5 plus 1 equal to 6. Okay. I will give you another simple example. X I. Okay. So here X means 10. Here larger number is X, smaller number is 1 I, which is written on the right side. If larger number is left side and smaller number is on right side. If what they are telling, if smaller number is placed in the right side of the larger number, then we should always add it to the larger number. 10 plus 1 equal to 11. So xi means 11. Xi means 11. Next example is Lx. L means what? 50. X means 10. Correct. See, right? L is 50. L is on left side. X is on right side. X is 10. L is 50. 50, 10. You know, right? Means here what we can see the rule number 2 we can see here. Means smaller number in the right side of the larger number. Then we should add the smaller number to this large number. Means 50 plus 10 equal to 60. Okay. So this is about the rule number 2. What is the rule number 1? Only the numbers I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times. So this is the rule number 1. What is the rule number 2? If a smaller number in the place of smaller number is placed in the right side of the larger number, then it should be always added to the larger number. So this is the second rule. What is the third rule? A smaller number written on the left of a larger numeral is always subtracted from the larger numeral. What is the fourth rule? Third rule? Rule number 3. In rule number 3, what they are telling, if smaller number places left side of the larger number. Suppose this is number B. B means 5. B means 5. Observe, B means 5. So this is a large number. B means 5. Okay. Suppose we place a smaller number in the left side. So this is the left side. Left side of the larger number. So I means 1. This is a small number. Small number. So this is 1. Okay. Then we should always subtract it from the larger number. Means 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Understood? 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Another example I will tell you. X means, X means 10. 10 means large number. 1 means, I means 1. 1 means small number. Okay. So here we can see the third rule. Means smaller number is placed in the left side of the larger number. Which means what we have to do, we should always subtract smaller number from the larger number. Like 10 minus 1 equal to 9. Okay, we'll see another example. X L. L means what? 50. X means 10. Here smaller number is placed in the left side of the larger number, which means what we have to do? We have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. 50 minus 10 equal to 40. This is 40. Okay. So this is about the rule number 3. First rule, what is the first rule? Only the numbers I, X, C, M can be repeated up to 3 times. What is second rule? If a smaller number is placed right side of the larger number, then we should add always larger number to the small number. What is the third rule? If a smaller number is placed left side of the larger number, then we should subtract smaller number from the larger number. So this is the rule number 3. We will see the next rule. Rule number 4. Rule number 4, when a smaller numeral is placed between the two larger numerals, then it is always subtracted from the larger numeral placed immediately after it. Placed immediately after it. Okay. What is the fourth rule? We will take another example for fourth rule. When a smaller number is placed in between two larger numbers. Say, x means what? X means 10. This x means 10. I means 1. So here, which comply the rule number 4. When a smaller number is placed in between two larger numbers. So these are all two large numbers. Smaller number is placed in between them. Then what they are telling? It should always be subtracted from the larger number immediately after it. Which means if a smaller number is placed here, what we should do? 10. So this is 10, right? 10 plus 10 minus 1. 10 plus 9, which means 19. Understood? See here, if a smaller number is placed in between the two larger numbers, 10, 10 and this is 1. What we should do? If a smaller number is placed in between larger number, we should subtract it from the larger number. Immediately after it. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು? ಈಗ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಎರಡು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಯಾವುದಾಗಿರಬೇಕು? ಈ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ x means 10. Here plus. We should add it 10 plus. Then next we should subtract it. Here we can apply the rule number 3. Here we can observe the rule number 3. Like 10 minus 1 is 10 plus 9 equal to 19. So this is about the rule number 4. Okay. We will see the another example. X, Y, P. See here. 10 from table 10. I means 1. 5 means V means 5. So here this is the smaller number. These are all large numbers. What we have to do here? Here we can observe the rule number first. I, X, C, M. X, it is repeated up to 2 times. Then we should add it. 10 plus 10. Okay. Next. Here we can see the rule number 4. Okay. Here we can see the rule number 4. What we have to do? Plus. This is the large number. You should always subtract it. The small number is always subtracted from the large number. Right? 5 minus 1. So 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 5 minus 1 is 4. So 24. Okay. So answer is 24. So these are all about the 4 basic rules in order to write the Roman numbers. I am telling again, So if you are not remembering these tables, it is very difficult to write the Roman numerals. And you should remember these also. X means 10, XX means 20, XXX means 30, XL means 40, L means 50, LX means 60, LXX means 70, LXXX means 80, XC means 90, C means 100. I request you all, you should remember this table also. It is already provided in your textbook. I won't tell you that you should remember these all things. Only remember this. 10 means X, 20 means XF, 30 means XSF, 40 means XL, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If you remember this, then it will be very easy to remember the Roman numerals. So these are all about the 4 basic rules and how to write the Roman numerals. Then we will see the examples. Okay. Here in the exercise they are given some problems. We will see the first one. Write the Roman numerals for the following Hindu-Arabic numerals. In order for these numbers, we have to write the Roman numerals. Okay. We'll solve 2 problems from the each one. First we will see the first one. Write the Roman numeral for the following Hindu-Arabic number. Okay. From your exercise, we will solve some problems. It's for your understanding purpose. First one is, we have to write the Roman numerals for the 68. Number 68. How we can write 68 in Roman numerals? We will see that. What we will do, if you remember this table, it will be very easy to use. 60 means, here what they have given? 60. 60 means what they have given? LX. LX. 60 means LX. 60 means what they have given? LX. That's why I told you, you remember this. It will be very useful to you. 60 means LX. 8 means I told you. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. I request you remember from 1 to 10 also. This will also help you to write the Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I request you remember this table and this table. Write it 20 to 30 times and remember it. It will be very useful to solve the problems. So how we can write the 68? 60 means we know that 60 means LX. 60 means LX. 8 how we can write? We know right? In tens this is single and this is in tens value. Okay. So 60 means we know that 60 we can write as LX. 8 how we can write? 8. From 8 V I. V I. So 68 in Roman numbers is LX V I. Okay. Then next example is 86. 86 means 80 plus 6. Okay. 80 plus 6. 80 means LXXX. LXXX. 6 means 6. V I. So LXXX V I. So which means 86. Which means 86. So this is 68. This is 86. We'll move to next example. That is 53. 53. How we can write 53 in Roman numbers? 50 plus 3. 50 means L. You know right? 50 means L. L plus 3 means 3 we know. L you should add L, I. So this is the 53. So you understood, right, how we can write Roman numerals for the Indo-Arabic numbers. So this is the first exercise problem. Second one is write Indo-Arabic number for the Roman numbers. We have to write now Indo-Arabic number for the given Roman numbers. So in that first one is L, X, I, X. L, X, I, X. I told you, right? I told you the rule number 4. Here L means 50. X means 10. X means 10. I means smaller one. X means 10. What we have to do? We have to apply rule number 4. Rule number 4. What is it? L 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus here smaller numeral placed left side of the larger numeral. Then we should subtract it. 10 minus 1. Okay. So 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay. So 50 plus 10 is 50 plus 10 plus 10 is 50, 60, 70. 70 plus 9 equal to 79. Answer is 79. See, you can write this, right? You can apply the rule number 4 here and we can solve the problem. So answer is 79. Okay, we will see the next problem. L, X, I. L, X, I. Okay. Okay. So here what we can observe here, what is there? We can observe the rules. We should apply the rules here. For example, L, X. L means what? 50. 50. X means 10. X means 10. X means 1. I means 1. Okay. What we studied, if a smaller number is placed in the right side of the larger number, then we should add. We should add it. Okay. 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1. Okay. 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1 means 50, 60, 70 plus 1. 70 plus 1. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 1. The answer is 71. Okay. Answer is 71. So this is about the how we can write the Indo-Arabic number for the given Roman numerals. Next one is which of the following is meaningless. Here in textbook they have given some Roman numbers. Here you should find which one is meaningless. For example, first one we'll study LXXIB. LXXIB. We should find this is correct or not. That's it. Okay. L means what? From table 50. X means what? 10. 10. I means 1. Means G means 5. Okay. So here these are all large number, and what we observe here at last, smaller number is placed left side of the larger number. Then we should always subtract it. Like 50 plus 10 plus 10. 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 minus 1. You understood? To avoid confusion, I will erase this. So L means 50, X means 10, X means 10. Here smaller numeral is placed left side of the larger numerals. Means we should always subtract it from the larger numerals. Okay. If it is in written right side means we should add. If it is written smaller numeral is placed written in the left side means we should always subtract this. Means 5 minus 1. 50 plus 10 plus 10. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 5 minus 1 is 4. Answer is 74. Then this is correct one. This is correct one. Okay. Like that you have to find for remaining one. It has given in the textbook. Okay. Here they have given. You should find yourself which one is meaningless, which one is meaningful. Okay. Next one is compare and put the correct symbol as greater than or smaller or equal. You can find here. Here they have given some Roman numerals. You should be put greater than, equal or lesser than symbol. You should observe this. You should calculate the it in Hindu Arabic number. Then you should put the symbol. If this is greater than this or this is smaller than this, like that you have to calculate. Next one is you have to arrange the number in ascending order. So here they have given some Roman numerals. You should find the answer in Hindu Arabic number. Then you can easily arrange it in ascending order. Like that they have given another problem, arrange the following numerals in the descending order. Like that you have to write the numbers in the descending order. Then they have given some more exercise to you. You have to correct which one is following correctly associated. So here they have given some multiple choice question to you. You should answer it properly. By using this table and by remembering these tables what I have written, and it has been given in your textbook also. Just go through your textbook. It has been given here. See here they have given the table, basic table. You should remember this table in order to write the Roman numerals and go through the rules what they have given, what I have explained. It will be very useful and you can solve these problems. And next they have given some exercise to you. This you have to complete it in your worksheet. So this is about the Roman numerals and the basic rules of the Roman numeral numbers. Thank you.